Hi, everyone, and happy Friday. We have made it to the end of the week. I do hope that the readings this week have been helpful for some of you. Some of you tell me that they have, and I want you to know that that always just really warms my heart. I'm always really happy to hear that not only are these messages resonating, but hopefully they're actually helping people make different choices, make choices that will help them move forward in their lives in a positive way. So today we are going to do something basically like what we did yesterday, where we're reading our overall energy and then we're looking at a few more cards just to see if there's a deeper message there. And then because it's Friday, I'll be looking at another overall energy just for your weekend. So let's get started. Thank you again so very much for being here. And if you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe and hit the bell so that you can get notifications whenever there is a new video. There's some new stuff coming to the channel soon. I know I've been saying that for a couple of weeks now. I've been working on it in the background, but there is some new stuff coming to the channel because I do want to branch out a little bit from just doing tarot. I want to bring more of a spiritual kind of conversation to the channel. So stay tuned for that, like and subscribe so that you can find out whenever that's coming out. So let's get started. As usual, get yourself in the place where you are ready to be open and receive a message. Take a deep breath if you need to, and let's see what you got. For whoever this reading is meant for this day, Friday, May 31st, 2019, what is the overall guiding message for whoever this reading is meant to help and guide for this day, Friday, May 31st, 2019? Please and thank you. From their higher self to mine, through me and through these cards, what is the message they need to hear on this day, this Friday? Please and thank you. You have the word wants to be written. So I do think that this message is, especially for those of you who are creatives out there, this is telling you to really kind of get into that creative energy. But even if you don't consider yourself a creative, this is a day for you to write down all your plans, write down your dreams, write down your goals, and make them a little bit more concrete than they would be if they're just in your head, okay? Because this is telling you that you're looking for some sort of transportation, you're looking for some sort of transformation. And I think you're kind of opening your mind up to the possibility of growth, of change. I think we have these butterflies here, so that always tends to tell me that there's transformation. It also tends to tell me that there may be a message from beyond, because butterflies tend to be connected with the idea of death or with the spirit. Here I feel like there's a transformation of spirit, and to be able to facilitate that, I do think that maybe you need to take some time and just write down your plans, write down your goals, write down what you want to manifest in your life, whatever transformation you want to see take place, then put it on paper, make it concrete, make it real, connect it through your physical as well as through your spirit, okay? Because I think this desire for transformation, or this coming transformation, whether or not you desire it, it's coming for you. But I do think that this desire for transformation is something that is ephemeral, something that is like in your heart or in your mind or in your spirit, but you haven't really brought it out of you. You haven't really done what you need to do to make it real to you, and so it's still kind of something that's in the back of your mind instead of something that is a goal, something that you're actively pursuing or actively trying to bring into your life. So I think take some time to write out your goals, write out your dreams, write out your desires and what you want to manifest and the transformation that you want to see in your life. Script it, write it out, okay? So let's see if there's anything else for you today. For whoever this reading is meant for this day, Friday, May 31st, 2019. Please tell us more about the word that wants to be written. Please tell us more about what word or what this card may be specifically talking about. What more is there to know for this day, Friday, May 31st, 2019? Please and thank you. You have the Empress, you have Judgment, you have the Page of Cups, wow, You have the Hierophant. I'm gonna pull one more. And you have the Page of Swords. Oh my god. Okay, so you have literally just um major arcana and two pages. So there's some new beginning happening for you, something pretty big. I think with the page of let's start in order of how we pulled them first. Or we're just gonna go in the order of my brain. With the Page of Swords, basically the idea is that you are you're ready to start something new, whether that's a new creative endeavor, whether that's a new relationship, whether it's a new job. You're feeling ready psychologically, but I think physically you're kind of apprehensive. And that I think that goes back to what I was saying here is where like basically the things you're desiring, you're trying to change, they're in your mind and you feel emotionally like you're ready for these changes, but like you're not sure that you have all you need to actually put them into reality, okay? So just to clear that up, like an example would be you are someone who wants to start a business selling purses, selling, I don't know, handmade purses, and you know you can make the purses. You've actually made a whole bunch of purses. You know that you have the ability. You've actually probably sold two or three, but starting a store, starting a business, actually putting yourself out there and saying, "Hey, I have a business. I'm a business owner. I can make a living off of selling my purses that I handmade, and I already made like 40 of them." You haven't done that step yet. You haven't really stepped out and said, "Okay, I'm actually going to pursue this." But it's something in your head. It's something that when people see your product, they're always like, "Oh, you should sell this," and you're like, "Yeah, I've been thinking about it," but you never actually take those steps. And I think that's what we're getting with this Page of Swords energy. And then going back in order, the first card I pulled out was the Empress. So I think also that tells me that you do have all the things, like you know how to achieve these goals, but I don't know if you're really giving yourself the I don't think know if you're giving your craft or your skill the nurture that it needs. So even though you make these purses every now and then, you don't really practice. You use like leftover products, and sometimes it turns out okay, sometimes it doesn't. But you're not really, again, you're not really putting in the care to really master your craft. But then we have Judgment, which tells me you need to do that. Like, judgment is basically saying that you're being called to do something from your spirit, from your soul. Like, there's something in you that really wants to pursue a certain goal or a certain path, and you're being called to do so. But I don't know, like, you need the nurture. You have, I think the Empress also, just going back a little bit, she's someone who unlike, okay, so the Emperor is very much about control and about being organized and about being disciplined. And she is someone who's a little bit, she still has all of those qualities, being organized and being disciplined, but she's also a little more gentle. She's also a little bit like, oh, there's a word. It's like what lenient. Yeah. I was gonna say it's what you use when you know that kids should probably have some sort of punishment for their behavior, but then you don't do anything. She's being very lenient with you, and that's how you've been treating your craft, I think, even though you know this is something you've been called to do, this is something you can't not do, this is something you feel that whether or not it's going to make you money, whether or not it's going to bring you some great success, it's something you just know that you have to do, whether or not it's going to turn out in any specific way. Okay, you're like drawn to it, right? And then we have this Page of Cups, and that tells me that whatever this is, it's something that you love doing. So it's not just something that you are compelled to do, just like, you know, because some of us are OCD and we're compelled to do some things that aren't fun. But this is something you love to do. This is a practice. This is a craft. This is something you put energy and love into. And I think you're kind of feeling wistful almost, like you're like, I really want to do this. I really want to pursue this. But for some reason, you're not. And I think with the Hierophant, I think your message is to, let's move that up front. Basically, with the Hierophant, it's usually saying to be aware of whose advice you're taking and naturally, absolutely be selective. But I think this message is telling you to seek a mentor, seek someone who has done it before or has done something similar to what you want to do, who's living a life similar to the life you want to live, and ask them to help guide you. Ask them for advice, for guidance, for if you need an internship, if you need just someone to talk to about your process, someone to learn from, whether that's like an in-person mentor or whether you go online and just take someone's courses or listen to someone's podcast who's done it a million times before. Find a person who is an authority in your craft, in the path that you're trying to pursue, and really, really, like, obviously make sure that their advice is good advice. And if you realize that it is, then really, really take that to heart. Like, really listen to what they have to say and what they're offering you, because if it's in person, then they're probably trying to help you, like, out of their heart. Like, they care about you. They're here for you. I'm not seeing any very negative energy with all these surrounding cards. So I think whoever you find as a mentor is going to be someone who's in your corner for real. Like, they want to help you. They want to see you grow. They want to see you improve. And if you don't find someone face to face, just know that when you do find the right people, you're gonna feel that energy. You're gonna feel that they want to help. It's not gonna feel like they're trying to sell you anything. It's not gonna feel like they're trying to you know, get you to do something else. They're there to try to help you. And if you don't realize that, then they're probably not for you in this case. I know sometimes, like, if you don't really recognize that, that is a representative of something that's inside of you. But I think in this case, if they don't feel like they're meant to be your mentor, if you're not just like, I want to learn from that person, then you don't have to learn from that person. They're not the ones that's going to teach you. And there are millions of other people out there who are doing the same thing. Whatever industry you're in, there are enough people for you to find a mentor. So find the one that's right for you, and make sure you are nurturing your craft and you're not like ignoring this part of you. Make sure that whatever it is, it's something that you feel drawn to do. And I do think that you already, as soon as I said what I said, that you're drawn to it, that you can't not do it, whether or not it's going to make you money. You know what that is. It came into your mind as soon as I said it. So really, really focus on that. Listen to your heart and let it guide you into this new path. And this is new. Like, this isn't something that this is something, like I said, you've been thinking about. This is something you feel like you're ready to do, but it's not something you've actually done yet. It's not something you've actually put into action. And I think to do that, it's necessary to find the right teacher, find the right mentor, and then, take this path, because both of these pages is telling me that this is a new beginning for you, and this is a beautiful new beginning, okay? So that is your reading for Friday. I'm going to pull one more card just to see what your energy is for the weekend of June 1st and June 2nd. I may pull two, just depends on how I feel, I guess. For whoever this reading is meant for the weekend of June 1st and June 2nd, please tell us, what energy do they need to look forward to? Whoever is here to receive this message, what energy or messages do they need for Saturday and Sunday, June 1st and June 2nd of 2019? Please and thank you. From my higher self to theirs, from theirs to mine, and through me, through these cards. What do they need to know for this day? Oh, I bent one of my cards. Friday, nope. Saturday, Sunday, June 1st and June 2nd. Please and thank you. Going beyond normal, I am going to pull two, and diving for light. Okay. So the first card we got was also a 4. And I think that's probably why I thought of the Emperor energy, because usually if I'm reading the Empress, while I know they're connected, I don't always bring up the Emperor. But he is number 4 in the deck, and then you had a 42 and you have a 4 here. And I feel like that's just telling you that you need to make sure you're grounded throughout this whole process, and that you're getting yourself organized, because again, you haven't really made the steps to achieve your goals as you should be. Like, I feel like you've just been really hoping for it and thinking about it and doing little bits here and there, but you haven't really made a set plan and actively pursued these goals. So I do feel like that you need some kind of organization, some sort of like a plan in place. And then we have going beyond normal and diving for light. So I think with going beyond normal, you're going to find that you're very inspired to do something a little bit out of the box, something that maybe you never even considered before, or something that you did think about, but then you were like, nah, that's crazy, or that's not going to go anywhere, nobody's going to care about that, whatever. The thing is, it's your idea and it's different. So I think this is the time for you to feel that inspiration, to go for it, to find the positive in this whole situation. Because, like I said, there's a part of you that's just like, no, that's not going to work. It's not good enough. And I think that part of you is just like, it's just your shadow trying to keep you safe from disappointment. That's typically how that works. It's like, if you don't try, then you don't risk failing. But if you don't try, then you're not going to succeed anything at all, right? This is telling you to focus on that positive aspect, focus on the ability to achieve, focus on the ability to grow. Again, I'm seeing some sort of symbol of not necessarily fully transformation. Why do I keep wanting to say transportation? I don't know. Be careful when you're transporting anything today or when you're commuting, because my brain just keeps saying transportation. But back to the cards, I feel that there may be some serious fertility, some fertile creative energy. And I think there's a melding of your creative energy, which is very feminine, with the masculine energy of action that needs to take place this weekend. So whatever ideas you have, write them down. Make sure, like, no idea is to be ignored. No idea is too silly. No idea is too small. No idea is wrong for you this weekend. Write them all down. That doesn't mean you have to do everything, but make sure you capture those ideas and you look for the ones that bring a spark to you, that make you excited, that make you say, oh yeah, let's do that. Even if it seems crazy, if it's good for you, if it's not hurting anybody, then it's not a bad idea, okay? So make sure you're letting yourself think outside of the box, and you're focusing on these positives, and you're looking for the options that are, or the, when you make like your list of actions, you're looking for the ones that are going to inspire you and bring you the spark of energy where you're feeling like, yeah, I can create this, I can do this. Or, at the very least, you want to do this. You may not necessarily feel immediately that you can because of that Page of Swords energy, but you find what you want to do, focus on it. And again, no idea is too bad or too big or too small or too silly to just write down and put in your list of ideas, okay? So that is your reading for this weekend and for Friday. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you on Monday with our pick a card reading. And yeah, if you need anything over the weekend, just let me know. I'll see you next time. Remember always that I love you. Bye.